Monday Night Raw tonight, the final Raw of 2020. You already know how we do, guys. Make sure to subscribe. Please hit that like button if you did enjoy this review. Final Monday Night Raw of 2020. 2020 has been a historical year for the WWE and overall the entire year, man. But nonetheless, we're gonna get into this review and just give you guys what I liked, what I disliked, what I kind of liked of this show, everything you need to know. So just make sure to watch through the end and let's get straight into the review. We kicked off Monday Night Raw with the WWE Champion Drew McIntyre, rightfully so. He got interrupted by SHEAMUS, and then here comes Keith Lee, looking more tough with his new song and whatnot, new attire, who this. So we got the match. So this all segment turned out to be for Keith Lee versus SHEAMUS, which I thought was going to be for the main event. But he opened up the show with that. I knew it was going to be a good technical battle, which it was, This is kind of like how I expect Drew and SHEAMUS to be in the future, but it was still a very good match here. I was hoping SHEAMUS will win, but then I'm glad Keith Lee won because now we could get Keith Lee versus Drew, and a lot of people want to see it. We could get that for a big Raw, and then you could save SHEAMUS and Drew with the storyline actually matters for the Royal Rumble or another bigger event. So I do like the way, if that's gonna be the way to go, I'm down with it, I'm fine with it. But to kick off the night, SHEAMUS and Keith Lee had a good match. Go check it out if you didn't. And SHEAMUS took the L as Keith Lee picked up the win. So it's going to be Keith Lee versus Drew McIntyre for the WWE title next week at Raw Legend Night. We got GRAN Mental League versus The Miz, and here I'm thinking The Miz is just going to squash GRAN Mental League, go on the microphone and start talking that he should get the Money in the Bank contract back because tonight The Miz was mad, he was angry. And no, GRAN Mental League actually beat The Miz clean. Guys, go check out that match. I was like, why is The Miz taking these bumps for GRAN Mental League? Turns out GRAN Mental League was going to win the match. So, I don't even know where they go from here. What are they going to do? Is Lucha Party going to get a push? No, they're going to go to main event and drop out to Jackson, Riker, and Elias. That's what's going to happen. Mark my word. So, we got the match. Up next, we actually got Dana Brooke versus Shayna Baszler. Now, I'm thinking to myself, really, another bad match. But no, this was actually pretty good. Dana Brooke, man, in 2020 has been her best year. Even though she hasn't won a title, she's getting more TV time and good matches. This was another one. I liked it. It felt important in a way, Dana Brooke getting her momentum. I kept thinking, like, are we going to see another upset? No, Shayna Baszler counters Dana Brooke's finisher, puts her to sleep. Boom, she taps out right away. Then Mandy Rose comes in to help. She also gets put to sleep. Shayna Baszler stands tall with Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke laid down on the mat. It was Randy Orton was supposed to be on Alexa Bliss Playground. I guess this is going to be like a new Firefly Funhouse just for Alexa Bliss, which I'm a fan of. I think it should be pretty good. We'll see how it works out. The first two were nice, but in this one was kind of shocking because we were supposed to get Randy Orton. His song kept playing. He didn't come out. Instead, he was on the Firefly Funhouse. So what he did, he went in, he destroyed the Firefly Funhouse. I thought he was gonna burn it. He didn't burn it. He just destroyed the Firefly Funhouse. He, I guess, kayfabe killed the rabbit and whatnot, which was pretty funny. He dies like every week. He comes back to life the following week. It is what it is. And this was set up to be Alexa Bliss challenges Randy Orton to an in-ring match. And I'm thinking to myself, is this what they mean? They want to go darker because the USA Network wants to go into darker content to bring in views? I don't know. I was hyped up for it, and it's a smart way to keep me up invested, keep me up watching the whole show. So props to WWE. Good segment. I'll tell you guys what happened later on. We had a long match between Elias and AJ Styles, obviously with his bodyguard Omos, and the racist Jackson Riker. But I did like this match. I feel like Elias was going to win at some points, which I like. I like to be surprised, entertained. This was a very entertaining match. Probably one of Elias' best match of the year. He's facing Elias, so it's probably the best match of his career. And it was actually very good. If you guys didn't go check it out, please. It was just an amazing match. AJ Styles won, which I like. He won with a phenomenal forearm. After that, we had Omos coming in, hyping him up. Almost and AJ Styles is an amazing pairing. I'm thinking about making a video of that, so if you guys want to see me making a video of Almost and AJ Styles pairing, get this video to 10 likes. But yeah, that was that. Up next, we had Ali versus Ricochet in another banger of a match that they had. I mean, these two together could put on amazing matches every single time, and that's what they did here, man. There was a nasty spot where Ali did a frog splash to the outside. That looked like it actually hurt both of them. Then we had a bunch of high spots, and then Ali with this new submission actually won the match, where he puts Ricochet, his opponent's head on his knees, kind of like Carmelo's, but this time he also put his arm around it, so it's like more painful, and it's like a more move that wants you make you tap out right away. It looks good. It's a heel type of submission move, and Ali's a heel, and I like the way they did this. After the match though, everything was done. Ali goes on the microphone, tells Ricochet that he forgets him about everything he's done, all the mistakes, and to tell Ricochet to join Retribution. And then Ricochet played the old face role, and what he did, he was like, let me think about it. I already have a decision. I will. And he said, I will not join Retribution. Then he hit Ricochet, hit Ali with a code breaker, or whatever they want to call it now. And boom, Ricochet left the ring. And that was it. So I'm assuming the storyline still continues. I think it's just all going to end up with Ricochet joining Retribution. We got Nia Jax versus Charlotte Flair, a match I wasn't really caring about, but then I realized it has story, so I did care about it. It wasn't that bad. I expected it to be bad. It wasn't that bad, like I said with the Elias and AJ Styles match. So it was another one. It went kind of back and forth. You had Asuka and Shayna fighting in the outside. At the end though, you had Charlotte locking in the figure 8 of Nia Jax. Shayna comes in, puts her in the coquito clutch, makes her sleep, but then Asuka comes in trying to go help Charlotte Flair out, which she did. So I'm assuming this storyline also continues. It'll probably continue for a couple more weeks. We'll see. But for this one, Charlotte wins by DQ. We got a very good 8-man tag match, but before that, I know you guys were going to hate right now because I forgot about the Miz and GRAN Metalik. My bad. GRAN Metalik won. Worst thing ever, but it is what it is. But now let's talk about the 8-man tag, the Hardy Boyz and the New Day versus the Hurt Business. So much talent in the ring. Obviously, it's going to be a good match. Probably the second best match of the night. It was fun, exciting, but at the end, Jeff Hardy taps out to the Hurt Lock, locked in by the almighty Bobby Lashley. Not only did the Hurt Business get the win, Bobby Lashley declares himself into the Royal Rumble, which should be pretty cool. So him and Daniel Bryan are the only two to be announced to the Royal Rumble match so far. Up next, we had Morrison and The Miz sitting backstage, just looking in disappointment. Adam Pearce comes in. He roasts the Browns fan. That was pretty crazy. He roasted Browns fans. But then he gives The Miz the contract back because the rule is the holder needs to cash it in, and Morrison wasn't the holder. So The Miz now is a 3-time Money in the Bank holder. Main event time, we got Randy Orton and Alexa Bliss in the ring. What a promo by Alexa Bliss, showing her emotions of what The Fiend, what Randy Orton did to The Fiend at TLC. And he basically said to do the same thing he did to The Fiend to Alexa Bliss, to her. So it was crazy. I was thinking, what are they gonna do here? What type of things are they gonna do? So what happens is she gets the gas, she puts it on herself and tells Randy Orton to do it. She even called Randy Orton the B word. Now Randy Orton comes back and he said that he wants to do it, that he really wants to. And then the lights go out. Once he was gonna do it, the lights go out. We're thinking The Fiend is there. Nope, you just saw Randy Orton with a fire. And boom, he puts Alexa Bliss on fire. That's the whole thing. So that's how we end Raw. I wasn't really a fan of the close ending. The promo was fantastic, but I just didn't understand. It was just so confusing. We'll see what happens next week, obviously. Randy Orton's probably going to do something to a legend. I really don't know. Very controversial way, but a good talking point for this coming up week of wrestling. So we'll keep an eye on that. Thank you guys for watching this review. That was Monday Night Raw. Good night of action. I enjoyed it. I'll give it like a 8 out of 10. Fair enough. Peace out, y'all.